So today, I want to talk about the Essential mod. A very popular mod for Minecraft that has a bunch of cool features to your game. Like a friend list, a chat option, some cosmetics, but most notably, it allows you to host a single player world on your own PC so that players all across the world can join it. Essentially allowing you to play multiplayer for 100% free without having to set up a Minecraft server whatsoever. Now that is really cool, but as of late, there has been a lot of talk online about if the Essential mod is actually as great as it seems. When you look up the Essential mod on YouTube, you will immediately get recommended search terms like, is the Essential mod safe? And as a creator who has covered the Essential mod on his channel twice, and both of those videos are among the most viewed on my channel, I've also been receiving a bunch of comments of people asking, is the Essential mod still safe to use? So let's have a look. There are a few points I want to cover in this video. The first one is the fact that the Essential mod will share your IP address as soon as you host a single player world and allow others to join. Now honestly, I was kind of surprised that people complained about this, because the truth is, no matter what you do online, your IP will pretty much always be shared. When you navigate to any website online, your IP will be shared. When you join a Minecraft server, your IP will be shared. So when you go and host a Minecraft world, of course, your IP will be shared too. The PC of the other person you want on your single player world needs to know where to connect to. It is required for this whole system to work. And it's not like Essential makes a secret of this. When you first try to host a world, you will get this pop-up that says this world will be hosted through your internet. Your host's IP will be visible through network logs. So it's not like they will shove your IP in the face of the other person, but for a more tech-savvy person, relatively easy to uncover. That is good to keep in mind, but not a deal breaker in my opinion. Now the next point I want to take a look at, and this is a very big argument for many to not use the Essential mod, it is the sketchy cosmetic store. Okay, so let's talk about this. The Essential mod is a 100% free mod for Minecraft. In other words, they don't earn anything by you installing this mod, hosting a single player world, and allowing others to join. I mean, they might sell all your data, but that is something that's hard to confirm. Something we do know for sure is that this store is one of the things that keeps the Essential mod running. And while this store has always been somewhat controversial, as of late it has especially been controversial because of the brand new in-game currency. So back in the early days of this mod, if you wanted to buy a cosmetic, you would buy that cosmetic with straight up US dollars, just regular currency. But since then, they now switched to a system of in-game currency. So if you now want to buy an in-game cosmetic, you first have to buy more Essential coins, and they are not cheap. And then with those Essential coins, you can buy the cosmetics. Now there are three main problems with this. First one being, it is very scummy to use an in-game currency, because it has been proven that when games use in-game currencies, like for example the Essential coin, people are more willing to spend money. Because when you see this little number and this little symbol, it doesn't feel like you're spending actual money, even though that is the case. Now this is not speculation or anything, this has been proven. We know that people spend more money in stores that use in-game currency, which is why a lot of games are doing it. Fortnite has V-Bucks, Roblox has Robux, and oh yeah, Minecraft has Minecoins. This is a very commonly used business practice. Essential mod is definitely not the first to do this. Essentially, any game does. So does this make the Essential mod particularly scummy? Well, it makes them just as scummy as any other game that uses an in-game currency. It is still a scummy practice. Even though others are doing it, it is still not a good thing to do. There are two other problems with this cosmetic store though. You might notice that I have 500 Essential coins. Do you think I have ever spent any money on the Essential mod? No, absolutely not. I just have these. And while you might think to yourself, wow, that is nice of them, they're just giving you free coins. It is not nice. At all. This is once again another business practice. So if I now, for example, want to buy this dragon, then now I only have to buy 1000 Essential coins, because I already have 500. So unconsciously in your head, you will now be like, that means I only have to buy 1000. Well, that is convenient, because you can buy exactly 1000 Essential coins for $8. How nice! Now I can spend $8 and then precisely buy this cosmetic. They basically tricked you into spending money. But let's let's say after that, I want to buy the mini moosh. Because, of course. Then now, theoretically, I have 0 coins. So I go and try purchase more. Oh, that is inconvenient. If I spend $8, I can only get 1,000. But wait, the mini moosh is 1,200. So I can buy 1,000 twice. That would be $16. But then I'm only $4 away from spending 20 and getting 2,800 coins, which is 800 more for only $4. So you are more likely to buy this one, making you spend 20 bucks to get the mini moosh. That means I will have 1,600 left after buying this one. If I now want the ender wings, it is 1,800, which means I need 200 more, go back to the store. Yeah, I think how you can see that this is scummy. Now, once again, I want to make clear, this is how all in-game currency work. This is not exclusive to the essential mod, but it doesn't take away that it is very, very scummy, and that it is also scummy of them to give you 500 essential coins right off the bat. You might think they're being kind, they are not. They are trying to trick you in buying something. But all of these practices, while it might be very, very scummy, doesn't particularly ring alarm bells with me. Because I never opened this shop anyway, I literally don't care. There is one other problem though with this store. It is against the Mojang EULA. I actually made a full video about the legality of selling Minecraft plugins and mods here on my channel, but basically, you are not allowed to sell a Minecraft mod. And you might be like, well, they are not selling it, they are giving you the mod for free and then selling cosmetics inside of the mod. And that is true, but you are also not allowed to try to make money from them. In other words, you are in no way, shape or form allowed to sell a mod or indirectly make money from the mod. And that is precisely what they are doing here. Now, as for the reasons why Mojang is not taking action against the Essential mod, it is pretty clear why. So if you go to the Essential mod website and you then scroll down all the way to the bottom of the page, you will see that the Essential mod is owned by Spark Universe. Now, when we go to the Spark Universe website, it will bring you to this page. And over here, you can see all the projects the Spark Universe works on. And what do we see here? Realism Craft, an add-on that's available on the Minecraft Marketplace. Star Wars Path of the Jedi, available on the Marketplace. They organized an in-game Twitch Rivals. They made the SpongeBob SquarePants DLC for Minecraft. Here we have another Bedrock add-on. In other words, Spark Universe is a partner of Mojang. Here you can see some of the clients they work with, and there is Minecraft, there is Mojang Studios. In other words, they work together with Minecraft and Mojang on a bunch of projects. And even though the Essential mod, one of Spark Universe's projects, directly breaks the Minecraft EULA, Mojang is not gonna do anything about it. Is that extremely unfair against other mod developers who are not allowed to make money from their mod at all? Yes, absolutely. But unfortunately, this seems to be the way it works. But okay, let's say just like me, you don't care about cosmetics at all, and you just never open the wardrobe. Is the rest of the mod fine to use? Well, that's really. Because when you go to the social tab, you will have a chat. Just a full-on DM option in the Essential mod. And while you can perfectly fine use this DM option, it even gives you the option to attach pictures. Do be very, very careful with what you send here. Because they are not particularly doing their best keeping your personal information. It is kind of mind-blowing how much information they collect. They will collect your geolocation, so what country, state or territory you live in. They will collect all of your payment information, which of course they do. Otherwise, how can you buy those precious essential coins? But the most concerning part is definitely up here, where they straight up say, while we do not actively monitor the interactions between users of the service, we may in certain cases collect information related to your interactions and communications with other users of the service, including, without limitations, Minecraft UUID, okay, fair, that's public info, the message contents, the time of message transmission, and the identifier of the group the message was sent in. Now, for those who think to themselves, this basically means the messages are not encrypted. On most platforms, when you send a DM, those DMs will be end-to-end encrypted, which in theory means that only you and the participant will be able to read those messages. And even the company that owns the app that you DM on will not be able to see whatever you've sent. Now, I acknowledge that the system isn't perfect, and there can still be backdoors. This is how it is supposed to work. The Essential mod does nothing like that. So basically all the information that you sent in here can be accessed by Essential mod staff. Now they say they have no reason to do this, but I mean that doesn't particularly make me feel better about it. So think twice before sending personal information inside of the Essential chat. And I'm not only talking about like your password or your social security number. You should never text those to anyone, like ever. But every single piece of information that you give them, even if it is just a country that you live in or your first name, they are collecting all of that information. If they get hacked, which is something that does happen a lot on the internet, then a hacker could easily steal all of that information. So they would not only have your credit card information and your account information, but they would also have all the chat history. And they could then sell that on the dark web to other malicious companies that want to use all of that data for even more malicious things. So it is just a very unsecure system. And that is something to keep in mind. Now there are two more points to cover. One of them being auto installations. So this is something I've actually seen a lot, and this has been called one of the most malicious things that the Essential mod does. There is this mod called AutoTip. It's a mod for the Hypixel network. It has something to do with tipping. I didn't even know that the Hypixel server had tipping, but sure. People want this because, well, there are a lot of active users and they go and download this mod. Well, surprise, surprise, when they go and download this mod, the Essential mod will force itself onto your system. In other words, a forced installation. And AutoTip is not the only mod that does this. There are more mods out there that when you install them, will install the Essential mod alongside them. Now this sounds kinda bad. People hate forced installations. A very good example of this is CurseForge. So CurseForge, just like Modrinf, has an app that you can then use to quickly install and launch mod packs. Well, when CurseForge was bought from Twitch by Overwolf, they started bundling the Overwolf software together with the CurseForge app. In other words, when you download and install CurseForge, you would also get Overwolf installed on your PC, which many people didn't want. And there was so much backlash about this that it didn't take them long to release a standalone version. So now you can download the CurseForge app without Overwolf, but this is only a result of all the backlash that occurred because people just didn't want Overwolf on their system. Now the AutoTip mod, forcing the Essential mod on your system, yeah, that's not the best look. Now of course there is a reason for this. The AutoTip mod is just using a library made by the Essential mod. So the Essential mod has a few libraries. One of them is related to settings, and the AutoTip mod is using that library, and because of that, Essential mod automatically installs itself onto your system as soon as you get this mod or any other mod that uses a library owned by the Essential mod. Now, yes, this is a pretty scummy practice again. People hate when certain software gets forced onto their system, and generally it just makes people dislike that software a lot, no matter if it is good or not. Now, all of the things I've just told you have led people to question this mod big time. Is it safe? Should I still use it? And I think the Essential mod actually saw their numbers decrease, which is why they eventually decided to make their source code public. Now, it's cute that they did that. The source code is public, not open source. Open source means that everyone can contribute to it, fork it, and basically by making code open source, you allow everyone to redistribute and modify it. Now, that is exactly what they did not do. What they did do is make it public, so people can see the code, but they may not contribute to it in any way, shape or form, and redistributing it will probably lead to a lawsuit. So while they announced it like, hey guys, look what a good thing we've done. We made it public. You can now see our code. That doesn't really say a whole lot. Also, they only ended up making their source code public after all the backlash, which in my opinion is one of those scummy business practices where they are like, no, we are not a scummy company. We are nice. Look, we made it public. Now you can see the source code as well. But of course, they only do it after big public backlash. Okay, so we've covered the Essential mods and the main points of critique that I've been hearing over these past couple months. Now let's draw this video to a conclusion. Should you still use this mod? Personally, I would say, yeah, just go for it. If you just want to use the Essential mod for hosting a Minecraft world so that players all across the world can join it, I would say, do your thing. I think if you just use that functionality, and at the end of the day, that is what most people use the Essential mod for, you should be pretty good. I would definitely recommend ignoring the wardrobe altogether, just never click on there. Same thing goes for the social tab, just don't click on it at all, unless you need to add a friend so they can join your world. Other than that, generally, I think it is fine to use. It is just a good mod with good functionality that uses extremely scummy tactics to make people spend money and use their mod. If you can see past all of that, go ahead and use it. On the other hand, if you would stop using this mod, it would be a good statement that you are just not okay with the Essential mod doing whatever they are doing and you would like to see them change. I kinda wish an alternative to the Essential mod would start blowing up, and yes, I know there are alternatives out there already, but they are in size nowhere close to the Essential mod yet. At the end of the day, it is fully up to you what you do and what you use. If you want to make a statement and you don't want to support these practices at all, don't use the mod. But let's say all of your friends are using the Essential mod and you want to play alongside them, I think if you just ignore the store and the DM feature altogether, you should generally be good to go. Now definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think about the mod and if you're still gonna continue using it. And with all that being said, that's gonna be it for today. Do make sure to subscribe to my channel, join my Discord. Thank you so much, channel members. And then I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, see you later. Bye bye.